Don't wanna argue with your mother. Don't wanna tussle with your brother. Don't wanna share you with another. The only thing I wanna do, I only wanna be with you, just you. Don't wanna talk about the weather. Don't wanna talk when we're together. Don't wanna worry about forever. The only thing I wanna do, I only wanna be with you, just you. I'd send a spark into the wild blue and light the world up to a flaming hue. I'd bid the other boys a fond adieu and whisk you far away. Darling, we could sail the ocean wide and tell the stories by the fireside. If you could only see to be my guide, sweetheart, what do you say? Don't wanna be a politician or lead a foreign expedition. How about we lose our inhibition? The only thing I wanna do, I only wanna be with you, just you. Or lead a foreign expedition. I wanna lose my inhibitions. Don't make me wonder what to do. I only wanna be with you, just you.
Welcome everyone to the 2020 Annual Community Recognition Gala. It's kind of a gala, but not really. My name is Julie Holt. I'm the chair of the board for the Post Falls Chamber of Commerce. My day job is with the Kootenai Health Foundation. And this is an exciting evening. It's really nice to see people here in person. We weren't sure until, what was it, a week or two ago, that we were going to be able to do more than a few people in the room. So I'm glad to see you here and glad to be able to celebrate with you some incredible individuals in this community. These people are the true heartbeat of Post Falls. So I'm going to start out with an invocation, and before I do the actual invocation, I don't know how many of you noticed the sunshine this morning that we had on the snow, and it occurred to me that even during dreary and tough times, the sun's always there. We just can't always see it. So think about that. So Lord, we thank you for the opportunity to serve the Post Falls community through the Chamber of Commerce. Special gratitude for the people we are honoring tonight for their extraordinary work on behalf of this community. We ask for your blessings on all of us tonight, those of us here in person and those on Facebook Live, and on everyone in Post Falls, so that we may continue to do your work. We ask this in your name. Amen. So now I'd just like to take a moment to thank tonight's presenting sponsor, Numerica Credit Union. Numerica has supported our annual community recognition event for 5 years now, helping the Chamber to celebrate leadership and philanthropy here in Post Falls. We are grateful for Numerica's partnership and also for their ongoing commitment to enhancing lives, fulfilling dreams, and building communities. Last year, in the midst of public health and economic challenges, just lost my place. Numerica continued to shine through for its 158,000 members and for the communities they serve, North Idaho being one of them. One of the most recent examples of how Numerica gave back was through their Home for the Holidays campaign. In partnership with local nonprofits like St. Vincent de Paul here in North Idaho, Numerica invested $100,000 to help move individuals and families out of homelessness and into safe, stable housing. Please join me in thanking Numerica for their support tonight and each and every day by enjoying this short but inspirational video that spotlights the Home for the Holidays campaign.
Warmth, stability, family, love.
Home is safety, support, happiness, love. That all feels like home to me.
A community is only as strong as its most vulnerable. And we know that many people are struggling right now, particularly those who are experiencing homelessness.
I didn't feel safe at all because being on the streets by yourself is one thing, but carrying a child is a totally different thing.
Numerica's commitment to enhancing lives, fulfilling dreams, and building communities means showing up when times are tough. This holiday season, Numerica is teaming up with homeless services organizations and donating $100,000 to help move families and individuals out of shelters and into homes.
I don't know if you recognize just how big of a deal it is to our clients, making sure that our clients get all the support that they need throughout the year, but especially around the holidays is super crucial.
Something, something to hold on to, like, oh, I can do this.
Numerica's support during this whole process is tremendous, to say the least.
I just want to say thank you, Numerica, to every single one of you. I mean, for the support and the encouragement that you're bringing these girls. It's bigger help than I think you guys will ever understand, and I'm so grateful.
Being told that someone is getting you somewhere to move in, and that's just wow.
That was inspirational. We truly have amazing partners
with the Post Falls Chamber. Thank you, Numerica. During our normal event, we would have this room full of members, friends and family of our award winners. We would have city officials and our board of directors. With the limited number of people that we can have here, I am excited to say that we do have Mayor Ron Jacobson and 2 members from the Post Falls City Council, Linda Wilhelm and Carrie Thorson, as well as a few of our board members. And we're very appreciative that we could at least have those folks here. And we are sure that the rest of our elected officials and board members are watching with us on Facebook Live. And we thank you for your support, whether it's in person or at home. I do want to take a minute, though, to announce our fabulous 2021 Board of Directors, starting with our fearless leader, who you just heard from, Julie Holt with Kootenai Health Foundation, our chair-elect, Eric Knutson of Knutson Chevrolet, our vice chair, Jesse Morrow, our treasurer, Randy Oakes with Haddock and Associates, our past chair, Mr. Jerry Lyon from First Interstate Bank, Mark Woodworth with Murray Group, Graydon Stanley with North Idaho College, Brian Brigham with Northwest Specialty Hospital, Tavis Throm with Tavis Throm State Farm Insurance, Scott Frazier with Cascade Defense, Dina Nacarado with Post Falls School District, Cindy Jordan, Jordan Sales and Service, Christy Fleischman with Knock Marketing and Design, Tag Jacqueline with Riverbend Commerce Park, and finally Bob Seal with the City of Post Falls. And now it is my incredible pleasure to introduce our fabulous MC for tonight's festivities. This gentleman has amazing integrity and an even more amazing personality. I would like to introduce Mr. Graydon Stanley, Vice President for Student Services of North Idaho College and a very valued member of the Post Falls Chamber of Commerce. Come on up, Graydon. It's your show.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. A couple things that I need to remind me about, actually, is I'm wired with a lapel mic here, and it was turned on a few minutes ago. So maybe if you were watching the Facebook Live and saw that I was doing a little commentary over here and my wife was kind of doing this, it's because there's a record of it now. It's going to change a little bit, maybe what my style of presenting has been before, because there is a recording now, so there'll be proof of anything that if I go astray here a little bit, there's going to be evidence. So I'm going to be better behaved. I'm hoping to be better behaved tonight than I might usually be. I'm thrilled to be the MC. Oh, I'll get over it real quickly. Thrilled to be the MC for tonight's program. It's a great honor to be here, and what a pleasure it is for all of us to be together. It's been a long time. My wife and I were talking about we haven't been out like this indoors with a group of people for probably close to 12 months, and we've missed that desperately. And so the opportunity to come here tonight and be with family and friends with all of you and all of the people out in Facebook Live, what a great opportunity this is for all of us. So I don't think it's lost on you, and certainly not lost on us, this opportunity to be together with friends. So thank you for joining us here and joining us out in Facebook Live. Want to let those people know that are home watching on Facebook Live that there's a new technology. Scott Frazier was actually the one that helped us with this, that you think that we can't see you, but in fact, we've done that. So whatever you're wearing at home, we're able to, on the screen over on the side, we're able to see you, and whatever you're drinking. So if you want to take just a couple minutes, a couple of you I know that you should probably take this minute to go ahead. Never mind. We'll just keep on with the program that way. I want to tell you that this is tightly scripted too. The script that Christina and staff put together is tightly scripted. If you know anything about me, and my wife could certainly attest to this, to put me in charge of timekeeping, we could go off script maybe a little and be off that time frame just a bit. My wife and I were talking too about what's unusual about this evening is, given our lifestyle for the last 12 months, this is about the time we would have finished dinner, and then what did we do next, like many of you? Pardon me? Well, Netflix, that's absolutely Netflix or Stars or one of those, but we're coming upon that hour when we would generally be asleep in the recliner or on the couch. So this is really big for us to be out and be up at this time of the evening. I want to share with you that tonight we're together with our friends from the Post Falls Food Bank and the Boys and Girls Club of Kootenai County to recognize some very rewarding people. Kicking off the presentations for this evening is the Boys and Girls Club of Kootenai County. The Boys and Girls Club of Kootenai County is a youth development agency whose mission is to enable all young people, especially those that need us most, to reach their full potential as productive, caring, and responsible citizens. The club's focus is to provide a safe place after school and full days during non-school breaks for kids to learn and to grow. Primarily, they focus on providing ongoing relationships and interaction with caring adult members, life-enhancing programs, and most importantly, they offer hope and opportunity. The Boys and Girls Club of Kootenai County is celebrating its 14th year of programming in 2021. It's grown from a staff of 1 to over 40 staff, 19 board members, and a large volunteer corps. Many powerful programs and activities are run each year during nearly 2,200 hours of operation and a yearly impact of over 3,000 registered members and over 3,000 other community youth through partnerships and outreach. Would you please join me in giving a warm welcome to the Executive Director, Mark Kuhnhausen.
Sir, I appreciate the introduction, and I haven't had a chance to meet all of you. I'm relatively the new executive director here. I've been here since July. Many of you are probably expecting Ryan Davis to be up here, who's done a great job laying the foundation for this organization. I really want to just thank the Chamber for giving us this platform to recognize volunteers and businesses in the community that have made a difference and enabled us to do our work. And you guys certainly have been instrumental in making sure that our organization, to your point, 14 years in this community serving 3,000 kids is remarkable, and I'm proud to be a part of this organization. I'm going to start with our Volunteer of the Year. Shelly Johnson was unable to be here tonight, but Shelly and her Eat Smart Idaho team have been instrumental in helping the Boys and Girls Club fulfill our mission and support our youth this past year. Shelly has participated in several of our club events. She served meals to our families at our free Thanksgiving dinners. She's helped with breakfast with Santa. She was instrumental in providing guidance and assistance in starting our food pantry and including securing an industrial refrigerator, organizing shelves, and providing healthy recipes for our families that really need it. And if that's not enough, she also helped organize the Christmas meals for families most in need with the help of Super One Foods. It was a tremendous blessing to our families to be able to have those meals provided, especially during the holiday season. Shelly and Eat Smart Idaho have been a great partner, and we look forward to many, many more years of support and partnership. Shelly, as I mentioned, was unable to be here tonight. It's her birthday. She's watching live on Facebook. Happy birthday, Shelly. Shelly Johnson has been selected as our Volunteer of the Year. Thank you for your service. It's much appreciated. Thank you, Shelly. We also have the opportunity to recognize a Business of the Year that has went above and beyond the call of duty and really leaned in when we really needed a lot of help. And this year's Business of the Year is TDS. Although relatively new to the area, they have been instrumental partners with us this past year. Not only has TDS sponsored events that directly support our ability to provide a safe place for kids to belong, they also provided the resources to help fulfill our food pantry with healthy items that many of our families desperately needed, particularly at the beginning of the pandemic. In addition, TDS also helped us purchase PPE supplies, equipment that included outdoor sinks, masks, and sanitizers that allowed us to open safely and serve kids all summer long. TDS has been a great partner since it came to Coeur d'Alene, and we couldn't be more grateful. on behalf of the Boys and Girls Clubs of Kootenai County, we'd like to present this award, Business of the Year, to TDS, and representing TDS is Anita Pariseau. I was trying to follow directions. Okay.
Well, thank you. So I just want to say thanks really quick. That's okay. So really quickly, I'd like to thank the community for welcoming us. I'm going to start crying. For welcoming us so warmly. It was just over a year ago that we were at this awards banquet, and I had just joined TDS, and my boss, Carrie, came over to me and she said, "It looks like you came home," because I was hugging pretty much everybody in the room. So thank you. I do feel like I've come home. I want to thank the folks at TDS at our headquarters who allow me and my wonderful teammate Sandy, who I could not do this job and wouldn't want to do this job without. They allow us to do what we need to do. They've said to us, "What does your community need, Anita? What are the food banks doing? How are the kids? What do you guys need? Tell us and you can have it." So I called Nicole and said, "What's going on with the food bank? We need some food." So I called and they gave me a check for $1,000 like that. So I feel very, very grateful to TDS. I want to thank Bobby Joe. She's a fabulous teammate too, inspires me every day. And I just, for 1 minute, I want to take a minute because I know my little kids are watching. My daughter Parker is one of the 3,000 that you serve every day, thank God. We love her, but she's got a lot of energy. And so I just want to thank my husband Mark and my 3 Ps at home, because you're the reason that I do this. You're my inspiration every day. And thank you. Thank you very much for this. It means a lot. So thanks.
Thank you very much, Mark. Happy birthday to Shelley. Shelley, by the way, we have a tradition with the Post Falls Chamber. When it's somebody's birthday, usually Jerry Lyons does a little special birthday dance. So if you're out there watching, and Jerry, if you've stretched, he says maybe not, maybe later, Shelley. We'll get him stretched out a little bit. And TDS, thank you for what you've done as well. In Kootenai County, 41% of the residents struggle to meet their basic needs of housing, childcare, clothing, transportation, and food. These are typically young families working full-time and trying to raise their children. This is where the Post Falls Food Bank comes in. The 3rd Avenue Market at the Post Falls Food Bank sees 100 families shop every day, Monday through Friday. Through the food bank market, the members are shown dignity, provided choice, and save up to $350 every month on food costs. The Post Falls Food Bank not only provides weekly shopping, but are committed to helping our families work toward a better future by offering financial management classes, nutritional and cooking classes, and working with local employment agencies. For 30 years, the food bank has existed to support those who struggle in our community. Our community has grown dramatically, as we all know, over the past few years, and the food bank has found a way to keep pace with that growing need. This is a direct reflection on the quality and the caring hearts of those who live in Kootenai County. Please join me in giving a warm welcome to the Executive Director, Leslie Orth. Leslie.
Good evening, everybody. I'm so happy to be here. So happy to see human beings in one room. It's quite nice. Yes, we are the little food bank that could. Started 31 years ago now, and it was a bookcase behind a pastor's desk at a local Lutheran church. And fast forward 30 years, and we do serve usually up to about 100 families a day. And we have the privilege of helping, we're at 29 nonprofits in Kootenai County that come and visit the food bank, usually weekly, and they collect, last year I think it was 400,000 pounds of food we gave to them so they could feed their neighborhoods and their food programs. So we are loving being in this community and being able to help everybody. And Chamber, thank you so much for doing this every year. I think this year even more importantly, because of where we all are, it feels even better to celebrate the people this year who've stepped up in 2020 in a way that I don't think any of us could imagine. And I'm just looking forward to getting back to normal. Volunteer of the Year, her name is Diana Buschetta. Typically I wait till the end to tell who it is, but I want everybody in Facebook land to know that this is who I'm talking about. We exist, we open our doors every day because of our volunteers. We have 7 staff, and there's no way we could manage processing 1.5 million pounds of food a year and serving as many people as we do with 7 people. And we benefit from about 50 lovely volunteers every week that come in and give of themselves and their time. And it's not an easy job. It is really hard. And they are on their feet all the time, and there's a smile on their face all the time. So for me to pick one volunteer of the year out of a field of 50 amazing people was really difficult. But once I thought about Diana, there was no question. She absolutely rose to the top. She's a leader, she's a teacher, she is this calm influence in the market. In the beginning in March, when everything hit the fan, she was there every day. No question, no concerns. She masked up, she came in. And that meant so much to us because she knew how desperately we needed people to come in. She, last year, donated 750 hours of her time. And this is a time in her life where she could be playing in her garden, golfing, well, not now, but she could be really enjoying her retirement, and yet she chooses to come in almost every day a week and has absolutely blessed this community. So I'm so proud and grateful that I can award her this for the food bank. And she is really sick right now. She's home. She called me this morning. She sounds horrible. So accepting the award for her is our market manager, Holly Forsheed. It's really pretty, Diana.
I just texted her. She's having trouble getting on Facebook.
Oh, no.
Backwards. Okay.
Good.
Okay. So just real quick, I'm just going to say thank you for Diana, because I know that when Leslie informed her that we had chosen her, she was just really ecstatic, and we're sorry that she's home and feeling so poorly. She had the COVID, a bunch of us got it at the same time, but she's definitely suffering the after effects for the rest of us. So I'm sorry for her, but she is a really, really, really great volunteer. We can always count her. She's a great leader. My new volunteers come in and say, go to Diana, she'll take care of you. So she brings a lot of our volunteers together. They've formed friendships outside of the workplace, which is really just a sign of a great person and a great personality and just a hard worker and with a great, great, great big heart. So thank you, Diana. We love you and hope you come back soon. Mm-hmm. All right, back to you.
Thanks, Holly. So in March, when everything hit, our volunteer force virtually dried up almost overnight. Most of our volunteers, as I mentioned earlier, are retired individuals, and we lost 98%, and we can't operate our food bank without those lovely people. And very quickly after that, when we were all just kind of stunned, like, what are we going to do? Our mission was, we're going to keep these doors open, and we're going to feed. We're going to feed people every single day, whether it's, they wait an hour because we are only 7 people, or whether we can get them in. We're just going to do it. And we got a phone call from a wonderful organization called the Kroc Center. And the gentleman who was organizing this, his name is Colin. He's here tonight. And he offered his employees, the staff at the Kroc Center. They had to lay them off, of course, because they shut down. And yet the Kroc chose to keep everybody on payroll and said, go volunteer. And that was the only reason the food bank was able to keep our doors open. They worked March, April, and May. And they just, I know, it's amazing. It is. So it was particularly difficult because Cisco is one of our big suppliers. It's a restaurant supply house, and we get their overage. Well, as you can imagine, in March and April, they had thousands and thousands of pounds of food that came in that didn't go anywhere because the restaurants had to shutter almost overnight. Well, guess who got a lot of that food? So we have 17 pallets of food coming in one day through our warehouse. And again, only 7 staff, but the Croc people, the team, rolled up their sleeves and processed 8,000 pounds of food a day, which is incredible. And they didn't know what they were doing. They just kind of came in and said, well, you know, point me to what you need me to do. So again, when we were asked to pick a business of the year, it was a no-brainer. We knew exactly who had really saved us and kept the doors open for us those early months in spring. So again, I'd like to invite Colin Lynch up to accept the award for the Croc Center.
Just a couple quick words. So on behalf of everybody at the Croc, this award really means a lot. Nobody wanted March to happen, obviously, but it was a unique opportunity for us to really kind of step up to the plate and help out as much as we can. And so just getting this recognition for that just really means the world, that we were actually able to make a difference just even outside our own doors of Coeur d'Alene, but even further out in Post Falls. So just thanks, everybody. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Leslie. Thanks to everybody for volunteering and supporting the Post Falls Food Bank. Congratulations to Diana and also the Salvation Army Croc Center. Thank you very much. I want to note there were X's up here. Christina did take us through an exercise, and we're not at all surprised that you're not complying with any of that. So for what it's worth, I don't know who started that, but it's happening. For nearly 3 decades, the Post Falls Chamber of Commerce has been honoring individuals who made a significant contribution to our organization and our community. Nominations are submitted by our members and by the community. Then past award recipients volunteer for the tough task of reviewing the nominations and then select winners based on the merit criteria. At this time, we'd like to honor our past award recipients. Please take a look at your screen for a list of previous winners. Each is so deserving of these prestigious awards.
Thank you, Graydon, for sharing that with all of us. It's truly inspiring to see that list of names, all the amazing people in this community over the years. We're very fortunate to have such a legacy of incredible citizens, and it makes me proud to be a citizen myself of Post Falls. Speaking of being proud, tonight we are honored to welcome our very own mayor, Ron Jacobson, to the stage to share his sentiments to our honorees. Mr. Mayor.
What a great evening, great event to recognize those who have contributed so much. Post Falls is growing, in case you hadn't noticed. If you hadn't, you're the only one. What continues to make Post Falls such a great place is our community, and that's our people. People as individuals, people as businesses. And I am proud to stand here and say Post Falls does not take second chair to anybody when it comes to the quality of the people we have in our community. So it's a great honor for me to say a few words about tonight's award winners. The first is an organization that's kind of near and dear to my heart. Yes, I am still a member. Since COVID hit, I think I've been to 3 meetings, and I apologize, but I still pay my dues. But it's Post Falls Rotary Club, and there are several members here. The Rotary Club is just a great organization. They've accomplished a lot in our community and very, very deserving of their recognition tonight. I felt bad. Kibbe was president. COVID hit. Luckily, he made it through, and then Kay took over. So they're presidents in two very difficult times. So thank you for what you do. The Business of the Year, Cascade Defense with Eric, Steve, Scott, Heath. Ryan Davis, Mark's predecessor, told me today that we played golf behind you guys in the chamber tournament last year. And he said, the good news is your service is better than your golf game. Now, that's what Ryan said, not me. But all I can tell you is you're a great organization, and anybody that's got Scott on their team is very well deserving of the award you receive. So thank you very much. Your Organization of the Year, COVID hits. I get a email from Superintendent Dina Nacarado. That darn Jerry Kane. Jerry picked a perfect time to retire, didn't he? Dina and her group are charged with our most precious assets, and that's our kids. How do you make everybody happy, keep everybody safe, educate the children, and deal with the parents? I think you can do most of those. The last one may be a little bit difficult. But I had a couple conversations with Dina, and I thought things were tough at the city. We didn't have parents calling us. So congratulations to you and your organization. Our school district is in great hands. Volunteer of the Year. What can you say about Christy? She's a pistol. You need something done, she's going to do it for you. Christy has been active in her Rotary Club. You know, I've made this comment, and I'll make it publicly again. Thank God Rotary International allowed women to join the organization. Because the Post Falls Rotary Club, and Kibbe, I'm not overlooking what you accomplish, but the Post Falls Rotary Club has thrived because of the women who were involved. And all of them are go-getters, they get things done, and they just have hearts of gold. And Christy epitomizes that. And what could I say about Graydon Stanley? A lot. But I probably shouldn't, because they only gave me 5 minutes, first of all, and it is a family show. So Graydon, you know, I wish I were a little bigger so I could wear your clothes. And Jerry Land and I were talking. Graydon is a wannabe. He wants to join our coif club, but he doesn't quite fit. So Graydon, the moment you decide to take the first step, you're welcome into the club with Jerry and I. But Graydon Stanley, you can't miss him. He's involved. He gives back to the community. He represents everything he does in an honorable fashion, and we're lucky to have you involved. So from my point of view, and from the city's perspective, thank you all for everything you do. It's an honor to be here while you recipients are being recognized and awarded. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I am anxious to join your club. I'm well on my way, thank you. Speaking of honorable people, I think we know just by his remarks and every time we engage with our mayor, the kind of leadership he's provided to this community, not only leadership for our businesses, but leadership in our homes and our families. One of the things that he shared tonight that I get to tell on him is his family's out of town. His wife left. Tomorrow he's on a plane to go join his wife and his family, and they knew, can I disclose that? It's too late now. Okay. There's a new grandchild that was born at like 4:15 this morning that Ron's going to be on his way to San Francisco tomorrow to get to see. So Ron, thanks for staying and joining us here tonight. Established in 2007, this award recognizes a local organization which provides services and benefits to the citizens of Post Falls. This year's recipient, as you've already heard, is a service club with international affiliation chartering in Twin Falls a quarter century ago. In 2020, when a pandemic sidelined much charitable work and service, this club didn't miss a beat to continue their good works within the community. In March, they moved to virtual meetings quickly and found ways to stay on track with ambitious goals. from contributing $1,000 to provide N95 masks to first responders and Post Falls school employees, to weekly delivery of Meals on Wheels for the Post Falls Senior Center. This group has continued a long list of their annual projects and scholarships. They help fund 2 solar-powered crosswalk signals near local elementary schools. Their members are active leaders in Post Falls and the surrounding area. With great gratitude and appreciation, we are pleased to honor the Post Falls Rotary Club with the 2020 Spirit of Post Falls Award.
Well, thank you. On behalf of the Post Falls Rotary, I am honored to accept this award. You know, they say when the going gets tough, the tough get going. And I can honestly say that all the members in our club, even those who don't show up very often, we all contribute in one way or the other. And at this point, if I could ask all of my fellow Rotarians to please stand. You may stand, yes. Look around the room, you're gonna see fantastic people. Not only do they give through Rotary, but you'll see that they give in a lot of different areas in the community. And so I feel very honored to be a part of the Rotary group and to be a part of this group. So thank you very much. I accept this on behalf of my whole group of Rotarians.
I want you to check your watch right now. Okay, check your watch, see what time it is. What time is it, Scott?
We have 18:36 hours, sir.
Hold on, that's way too complicated. 6:36. We're supposed to be on our schedule. It's like 7:10. So I just want to note we're ahead of schedule, Christina. Okay. Yeah, that's exactly. Now, to take up some of that time. This award recognizes a member business for action, generosity, and service above and beyond on behalf of the community. In March, when the COVID lockdown was initiated and businesses were encouraged to have staff work from home, the chamber was no exception. Without secure access to the chamber server, the need was identified. This business loaned and installed a firewall appliance at no charge, provided over a dozen hours of managed services, and 7 months of continuous monitoring, all free gratis. How do you know it's you yet? What do you? Okay, it's a surprise. This generosity has protected the interest of the chamber as well as other member businesses. They've extended free network security evaluations to the Post Falls Police Department, the Post Falls School District, and Kootenai County Fire and Rescue. This company's community-oriented focus and strong desire to serve and protect data resources is absolutely needed and commendable. It's our honor to present the 2020 Business of the Year Award to Cascade Defense.
Thank you so much. You know, when we started this business, you know, 4 years ago, we really had no expectations or idea of where it was going to go or what you know, would become. But really, our goal was just to do what we're passionate about and you know, use our expertise in cybersecurity to help as many businesses in the area as we could. So you know, we're genuinely grateful for the support of the community and really appreciate everything and look forward for the future. So. Thank you so much.
Congratulations to Cascade Defense. This award recognizes a member organization for action, generosity, and service above and beyond on behalf of the community. This past year will go down in history where one of our largest employers led the way in innovation, flexibility, and perseverance during a pandemic. This organization employs 850 people in 11 locations in Post Falls. The Post Falls School District serves 6,150 students in grades K through 12, with 382 students enrolled in dual credit courses at North Idaho College and the University of Idaho. The district emphasizes career and technical education with 120 students at K-Tech and 180 students involved with BPA and DECA. In 2020, Post Falls High School seniors qualified for over $2,600,000 in college scholarships. The development and implementation of new procedures, distance learning, and safety protocols in an environment where circumstances and state direction could change on a near daily basis. They rose to the challenge. From the custodians to the bus drivers, to the support staff, the teachers, and finally to the new superintendent, Dina Nacarado, the Post Falls School District has earned our respect and appreciation. It's an honor to present them with the 2020 Organization of the Year Award. Dina Nacarado.
I had to write everything down so I didn't forget any of our employee groups. I am just so humbled and honored to accept this award on behalf of the Board of Trustees and the over 850 employees of the Post Falls School District. I'd like to acknowledge and thank our school board, the maintenance, transportation, child nutrition, business, and technology departments, our paraprofessionals, our teachers, our administrators, and most importantly, our parents and students for their patience and dedication to the Post Falls School District as we work through a variety of operational changes during the first 2.5 months of the school year. It's impossible for me to highlight all of the adjustments and challenges we face by every department without putting you all to sleep, so I'll just give you a couple. Last spring, our child nutrition department had to figure out how to deliver meals to children ages 1 through 18 when school was not in session. This school year, they've continued to adjust services to ensure meals are available to children whether we are in session or not. Child nutrition has served nearly 500,000 meals since the beginning of our shutdown last March. Instructionally, our teachers and paraprofessionals have learned how to support students in a blended or fully online environment. They studied and implemented new strategies to build relationships and assist students virtually and face-to-face. These serve as 2 examples which illustrate our employees' abilities to pivot during a pandemic. Once again, I am humbled and honored and can't thank the Chamber enough for recognizing the dedication and hard work of our board and our employees. Thank you.
Congratulations, Dina, and thanks to all those employees, families, everybody connected with the Post Falls School District. This award seeks to recognize and show appreciation for the volunteer efforts of a chamber member who has given generously of their time and enthusiasm on behalf of the organization and the community in a variety of ways. It's to be expected that that list of involvement for any recipient of this award is long, and this year is certainly no exception. From serving on the Chamber's Board of Directors and Public Policy Committee, Rotary Leadership, and an appointed Urban Renewal Agency Commissioner, she's volunteered with the River City Leadership Academy since graduating from the program in 2018, the second best class after the class of 2014. A small business owner who makes time to engage in fundraising that benefits the community, often leading those efforts. She has been named the Rotarian of the Year and Area District Governor for Rotary. Before I announce that recipient, I want to thank her husband, David, is at home, for giving her permission to have you buy all the drinks for the crowd here tonight. David, thank you very much. For tireless and enthusiastic service to the community and the Chamber, it's truly my honor to recognize Christy Fleshman of Knock Marketing as the 2020 Volunteer of the Year.
Thank
you so much, you guys. I'm so humbled to receive this award, and I actually sat with my son and I said, if you were receiving an award like this, what would you say? And he said, well, I'd start off by saying I'd like to thank my handsome and smart son, Ethan Fleischman. So I'd like to thank my handsome and smart son, Ethan Fleischman, who is my date tonight. Thank you. I think we all know the game of soccer. We know how that works. I've said this before, but it bears repeating. This is really important to me. In soccer, the forward is always the one that scores the goals. When the forward scores the goals, people come around and they cheer, they give him awards, the crowd goes wild, and they get so much attention and fanfare. And I just want to say that there's also people on the team that are at the back of the field that are constantly running the ball. They're constantly maneuvering and they're sacrificing and they're doing all of the hard work just to lay the ball at the forward's feet so the forward can score a goal. And then they run back and they're ready to do it all over again. So I'd like to share this award with my husband, Dave, who also owns my business with me. And I'm gonna cry, but he just is always running the ball. He's just always doing it, and he does it so graciously and so quietly. And so I'd like to share this with him. So this will be our award, so thank you, Dave. And accepting an award like this is really hard. It's very humbling, and you don't really know what to say. But I wanted to tell the truth, and the truth is that I'm very selfish. I do the things that I do because it makes me feel good. And I do it over and over again because it just makes me feel good. So I just would like to say thank you for this award, and I hope that we can all be selfish for our community. And I'd like to thank all of you who already are. So thank you so much.
Congratulations, Christy and David. Thank you again for the drinks. The next award is truly special and particularly awkward this year. To follow a tradition of previous Citizen of the Year, we'll present that award to the new recipient. So will you help me welcome Jerry Lyon, the 2011 Citizen of the Year, the North Idaho Market President for First Interstate Bank, and just this last week confirmed to be my Valentine, Jerry Lyons.
I love you, Graydon. Well, good evening, and it is my honor to be able to recognize Graydon, but I would tell you, first and foremost, this award was established in 1990, and it's the highest honor that our chamber bestows upon any individual in our community. It's based upon significant contribution and just a spirit of giving, and that clearly is an outline of who we're going to recognize this evening. As much as we wanted this award to be a surprise, it was just not destined to be. My favorite book has a passage in Luke chapter 6, verse 45, that says, "A good person out of the good treasure of his heart produces good." And our recipient tonight is that person. In his workday life as Vice President of Student Services at North Idaho College, yes, his servant leadership, his example of encouraging collaboration, his spirit of seeing opportunity where others might see obstacles, clearly defines his heart, his purpose, and his mission in all that he does. His contribution to our Post Falls Chamber and our community as a whole is evidenced by his past roles as board chair for our chamber, his leadership position as class president of his River City leadership class, third best at 2014, and most noticeably, his significant influence and enthusiastic support for the initiation of our Chamber Super Scholarship Program. That program has seen 3 amazing young people from our community be able to move forward in completing their college education without the burden of student debt. Beyond our chamber, he has given his time and talent to advisory board positions at both the Kroc and U.S. Bank, the North Idaho College Booster Club, the Boys and Girls Club of Kootenai County, United Way, and Young Life. Additionally, he makes time to read to the children at North Idaho's Children's Center. And if I'd have known that, I just showed up there because I would have loved to sit and listen to you read to us. You're right, it is a little weird. He is passionate in his support of education for all ages, and his impact in this effort would be hard to measure. He serves on the Idaho State Board of Education and Idaho Indian Education Committee, where he remains an engaged partner with secondary education, local agencies, business and industry, and the Idaho State Legislature. He also teaches a class on neurosurgery for beginners in his spare time. I made that up. I did. That's not true. I apologize to you at home. That's not true. But I can attest to his dedication to the Salvation Army Kettlebell program. Not too long ago, Graydon replaced me on a shift outside Super 1 in 20-degree weather, and he showed up in a business suit with no hat, no gloves, no coat. So being the person who loves him most, other than his wife, I gave him my hat and gloves, and then I left. But I did save him from frostbite, and I'm thankful for that. Lastly, we would be remiss if we did not acknowledge and compliment his role in all of Kootenai County, where his public persona is vividly represented by his renowned reputation as a local fashion influencer. It is my honor to recognize tonight a man who I deeply respect, strongly admire, and genuinely love as our 2020 Citizen of the Year, Mr. Graydon Stanley. We hug and then stand forward.
That's all right. I did hear that comment.
Thank
We
you,
look
Scott.
like twins.
Yeah, the short and the tall version. Yeah. I heard the latter comment.
She's certainly the more deserving of the two. So this is really difficult for me. So my wife's given me the don't go there because she knows. Since the surprise was gone a couple weeks ago, I thought that'd give me perfect time to kind of prepare and not be too emotional about this. So we're going to try to hang in there for that part. Thank you. There just aren't the right words to say thank you. I'm so greatly honored by this. You have no idea. So those words are probably inadequate, but thank you to all of you. Thank you not only for the award in this way, but the messages that I've received through Facebook and through LinkedIn and emails and phone calls have just been amazing. During what's been a difficult year for all of us, the connection that we have with people, with friends, with family is more important than any other time in our lives, and you have done that for me with this award and just through your friendship every day. So thank you to all of you. I want to tell you about the conspiracy that was a part of this award making and how poorly you all performed in that regard of keeping it a secret. So when Christine had asked me several weeks ago about being the MC for the program and sent me the script, and this says something about how smart I am too, as I read through all the script and it's got all the award winners except for this one. Meant nothing to me. Just thought they don't trust me with the knowledge of who that might be. I talked to my boss, President McLennan, about that, and when it was canceled the first time, I said, you know, you don't, he was talking about he was going to go, and I said, you don't need to go, it's been canceled. I said, by the way, I want to just share with you who's won some of these awards, and I don't know the person of the year, and he said he played it really well. He said, well, they keep that under lock and key, they wouldn't tell anybody that. I just accepted that at face value, and he knew the whole time who that was. He played it particularly well. I was at home the morning that it came out in the Business Journal, and I got a message early on from one of our trustees who said, congratulations. And I said, I didn't know anything about this. I'm not sure I'm supposed to know. My wife, I was working from home that day, and I told her about it, and she said, oh, that's just amazing, congratulations. I was a little bit upset. I shared with her about, we had the chamber banquet coming up, and she wasn't coming. And so it's like, I can't believe they didn't tell you. and you weren't going to come. Well, of course, she was in on it the whole time and knew all about that and played it particularly well. I got a call from Julie. I got a message from Jess. I got messages from many of you as congratulations. And that was all news to me. It carried through to the end of the day that I found out everybody in Kootenai County knew, except for me, including my children, and you were all part of this together, so you got busted and you deserved it, the way it all came out. It doesn't matter how it came out because the award doesn't change at all. I'm just so honored and so grateful, not deserving of, because I love this work. I've told Tammy over the years that we've been here. When I first came here in 2012, the first organization that I wanted to be a part of was the Post Falls Chamber and River City Leadership Academy. I was interviewed by Jerry Lyons when we had the interview for that class. If you had to make the decision again, would it be different? Thank you, thank you, Jerry. And the highlight probably of my years here, both professionally and personally, have been to work with this chamber. I love Post Falls Chamber board meetings, so it's been so sad not to go and see people face to face. Those are some of my very best friends. The activities and events that are associated with this chamber, that's some of the most enjoyable work. There hasn't been anything that I would consider to be labor associated with this community or with this chamber. It's all been such a pleasure to be a part of. I would lastly, to keep us on time, so we finish early and I get credit for that, want to note I'm a real strong believer in having angels in my life, a believer that God puts people in my life at certain times for certain purposes, and I've had such blessings over the years about those people who have been a part of that. And I look out across this audience and know many of you. I feel that way about the mayor and about Jerry and about Christina and just so many of you. You've been friends in special ways and mean more to me than you probably realize or would even be comfortable knowing. I know. I want to particularly recognize a couple angels. One of those is certainly Jessie Morrow. I know Jessie had a whole bunch to do with this nomination because she got busted out on this thing too. So Jessie, thank you for your incredible friendship and support. Julie Holt, much the same way. And my co-equal angel with my mother. My mother passed away this last summer. The group that was most supportive in that was the chamber. I heard from the chamber and chamber members before I heard from anybody else who recognized the loss that was to myself and my brothers and my family. And then equal to her, and I never thought there could be an equal, is my wife, Tammy. And I know, you know, you're not surprised. For her love and support this year more than any other year. It only gets better with her every year. We just celebrated our 40th this year. If you want some sense of that, imagine living with me for 40 years. So that tells you what kind of an angel she is. So I want to close by saying what a great blessing it is to be your friend, your colleague, live and serve in your community. I'm so honored to be a part of it. Thank you all very much.
Congratulations, Graydon, and congratulations to all of our award recipients. It's really wonderful. To hear all the stories and to know a lot of you and what you've done in this community, so thank you. And this has been a wonderful evening of recognition for the people that are the heart of Post Falls, so many of you. We want to give a special thank you again to Numerica Credit Union, our presenting sponsor, and thank you for our event sponsors, TDS, and that, I kind of know it, Kootenai Health. Without you, this event would not be possible. We also want to thank Graydon for being our wonderful MC and for being so punctual. I'm really impressed. And to the volunteers and the Post Falls Chamber staff that have all worked so hard, including Deb Wheeler, Valerie Wilcox, Amy Bonney, and Carrie Thorson, who worked hard behind the scenes to make this happen. And it wasn't put in the script because Christina was involved in it, but Christina Petit also deserves a lot of recognition. Even more behind the scenes in making this evening possible, our design events for providing lighting and decor, Red Lion Templins on the river for serving all of our honored guests that were able to be here, and Jetta Media. You guys have done a great job. You executed, we haven't seen the Facebook Live yet, and provided all the technical equipment and advice to make this happen. Thank you, Jetta, for allowing us to share this with our community in such a great way. Have a wonderful evening and a safe travel home, and thank you again. It's so good to see you all face to face. Thank you.
Don't wanna be a politician or leader for an expedition. I wanna lose my inhibitions. Don't make me wonder what to do.